Hi Aries, how are you? How's things? I'm Eriu, and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and you, my lovelies, as always, you're very welcome here today. I hope you're well. This is your reading for June the 1st, June the 15th, 2017. This is your bi-weekly general and love reading. Now, it will be the same format as the previous bi-weekly, but because I know I speak way too much and the readings go on for far too long, that I'm going to focus, as I always do, on the individual. So you'll get your 6-card reading for the general, and then I'll put the 3 cards in for your love and see how they are incorporated and are applicable to your general life as well, alright? Because I know that it takes a lot to watch these and listen to these and stuff, so. Ooh, hello. Easy tiger. So yeah, we'll do that for you, alright? And as always, if this does not resonate, do check out your moon and your rising sign as well. And as I always do, I will leave that link at the bottom of this page, or this video I should say. Apologies if you're struggling to hear me a little bit. I'm not that loud because it's currently 2 o'clock in the morning in Dublin, and I'm doing readings because I need to get these edited and out to you guys. And I know that my other jobs that I have been a bit manic, so I've neglected you a little bit, so apologies. But hey, look, I'll work on my time management a little bit more, yeah? That's what I'm doing. 2 o'clock in the morning, let's get this done. Right, that is it. Let's go. Do you know, I don't even need to pick. It's straight away. Straight away for Aries. Okay. What do lovely Aries need to know? God, I feel like you're very clear and concise lately, Aries. Even when I was shuffling, I felt like everything was... Nice one. Right. Aries. No bad cards, right? Some things you need to watch out for. A few red flags, but otherwise, no bad. No bad, which is great. Right, so let's get started. Your first week. Remember, this is your start of the week, midweek, and end of the week. This is the 1st to the 7th, and this is the 8th to the 15th. All right. So your first card is the Empress. Your second card is the Ten of Rods, and your third card is the Chariot. Right, cool. Why is this cool? Well, because the Empress is a fantastic, beautiful card to have, especially coming into June. She is the mother of the deck. She is Mother Nature. She encompasses everything within the world and how it works in many ways. Now, she's not the world card, but she knows how every single element of the world, how it works and how it's incorporated and how it fluctuates and how they interact with each other as well. She gives birth to many different things, and she can be physically she gives birth, or it could be also that she gives birth to lovely new ideas and notions and projects, and she's very giving in that sense. So for some of you, because I'm reading so many different people, for some of you it may be a case that some of you are finding out that you're pregnant. And if so, congratulations to you. For others of you, could feel that you're coming into a new area of your life where these new ideas are kind of coming in for you, or you're getting new ideas for your life, meaning that you're kind of figuring out now, this is where I want to go and where I want to be. Now, these are ideas though, but she's giving birth to them. She's on your side for that. So if you do have any ideas of what you would like to do, or even just like a bucket list, write them down. And because she's there to say, look, I'm giving you these ideas because you want to feel more fulfilled. You want to feel like life is just so full of zest, and that you get to pretty much taste every drop of life, basically, right? That's what she's doing. So she's there. If some of you are working or studying or everything, projects, and remember, I use these words like work, projects, teams, community, domestic life. I use all these words as guidelines for you, okay? But obviously you guys have other areas of your life that I wouldn't know about. So use those words as just guidelines, okay? And then find how the story is applicable to those areas of your life, right? So for some of you who may be working, this also could be that some of you guys are finding that you're starting to get a bit more creative within teams or within projects, or that those projects are starting to come alive, to life a little bit. I feel like a lot of you are involved in events, and that you oversee events, and that there's major creativity in that for a lot of you as well, which there is, like event management and um event management and I actually just want to say event management because I can't think of the other word, but event management in general, some stuff like that is very, or you just like, you're great organizer, so you put things together, and this is what this is about, getting it all together, getting communities and people together in these wonderful ideas and projects that you have and making something really worthwhile. Now, be careful, Aries. Why? Because you like to be responsible for things, you like to get stuff done. Yes, that's great. You've got that's such a great energy to have. But do you take a few things on? A few too many things? Yes, you do, and you know that. I'm here to remind you. Take it easy midweek. Ten of Rods comes in to remind you of that. Ten of Rods is all about taking on too many wands, taking on too many responsibilities, things that aren't even yours to be, for you to be responsible of. You're the one, you come and you take this on. Is that a wonderful trait to have within this team-like environment or within domestic life? Absolutely. It's great because people can rely on you. Problem is, people rely on you too much, they get lazy. No, don't let them get lazy. What I want you to do is give back some of these wands. All right, you say, this is for you, this is for you, and this is for you, and this is for you. I can't take that on at the moment because I'm doing this, okay? Or, for better want of a word, delegate the responsibilities, okay? You often take leadership roles in life, many different areas of your life, so apply that to this particular scenario as well. Say, look, there's a lot of pressure falling on your shoulders here as well with this Aries, and it's not like you didn't foresee some of it, but some people need to be told, yeah? Take it back. And that's a fire as well, so whoo, you know, be careful how you might say it as well. As in that, I'm not doing that. No way am I doing that. Just go. Oh yeah, if people keep coming to you, say, I'm sorry, I'm very busy at the moment, but I won't be able to take that on, I'm sorry. You know, that's something that you'll need to investigate. If I can help, I will, but right now I can't. You know, there's ways of saying things, okay? There's ways of doing things. Now, what happens? It's really cool. This is so cool, and it's so fast for me as well. I don't even feel like I need to clarify. What's really cool about this is that, yes, you start to get that you need to delegate a bit more, but by lessening the load, you realize that things get done faster because, as I said, you are delegating. You're not taking on all this responsibility yourself. And this could be a home scenario as well, where you feel like you need to take on all the responsibility so that things get done. It's that classic phrase. It's like, you want something done, you do it yourself. That's true, but other times people have to help out, and that's just how it is, right? But by giving back these wands, delegating the responsibilities, the workload that needs to be done, what happens? Things start moving faster. You got the chariot coming in for you at the end of the week and the end of the first week, which is awesome. This chariot comes in and it's like it was being weighed down by all this. Do you know what I mean? Too much heavy baggage on the chariot, and it couldn't move as fast as it wanted to. And you're a fast-paced sign, Aries. You really want to be moving and grooving. You want to be flying away with things. And now that you've done that, that's where you start to go. Remember, the chariot is all about movement, but in a very large way. It's a major arcana here. So you've got a triangle of major arcanas, which are lovely, and 2 6s either side. So you're really starting to find balance in things in your second week, which we'll get to. But the chariot is all about movement, really great fast movement, and it's represented by Cancer as well. So I feel a lot of you are going to be getting that a little bit more calmer energy after you let these wands go. But also it means that that Cancer-like way of being as well, which is that, you know, kind of slightly harder shell and very softer inside, you're going to apply some of that energy to it as well, which is really, really cool for you. And I'm glad, because as I said, this is all about travel as well. So whatever you're involved in, I feel like a lot of you are involved in like networking and connecting people. Like, that's your gig. Like, I keep getting the constellations, right, and how the stars connect. That's what it feels like for me, that you have that ability to connect people and others to things and to each other, and it's kind of growing, and your responsibility gets bigger and you take on more. But as I keep saying, once you give back these wands, you come into the chariot energy and things move faster for you. So whatever this is that you're involved with, things are really going to take off for you. If some of you are your own entrepreneurs, your own bosses, I see a wonderful development here for you. I'm not seeing money coming in, but it's a step-by-step process, as you know. So it's good to have a really good foundation like this. But the Chariot's like, hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's expand. Let's get bigger. And if it is a business thing for you, you're most definitely expanding. I feel like some of you as well might have excuse me, like one premises for your job, or like one room, but you're expanding now where you're going somewhere that is like you're either gaining another premises or you're expanding into a larger area. Like, so it's not just one room, it's like a loft now, or it's going to be an office building, you know? Really cool. Bigger, 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 bigger. If some of you, if this is job wise, you could be moving to another job as well. Let me rephrase that. It's the same job, sorry, but you're moving to another premises, all right? That's what I'm getting for you. So cool, really nice, right? Right, cool. And take on some of your lovely Taurus energy with her as well, because that's what she does. These two guys are going to ground you, and they're going to make you feel calm and watery and not get your feathers ruffled too much, all right? Sweet. Now your second week pops in for you. This is the 8th to the 15th of June. You've got the 6 of Rods, Strength, and 6 of Swords. Beautiful. We're all go. Oh, geez, we're moving. We're moving. Just to let you be aware, 6 of excuse me, Swords is also about movement and travel. Those two are connected at the end of your 2 weeks. You're very much moving. Excuse me. So 6 of Rods. So we know what Rods is, right? Because we talked about it. It's your energy. But at the start of this week now, as a result of the previous week, you feel like you're starting to become a bit more fulfilled. You're starting to feel things are changing and moving, but also that you're gaining a huge achievement in what you're doing. And I say like personal fulfillment as well, because I feel that with the 6 of Rods a lot. It's like the work you put in is finally coming to, you're starting to see results really. But what I said to you about being in community and how I felt like a lot of you are connecting people, or that's your gig in organisations and committees. You seem to just, I can just keep seeing the constellations just click, you know, the stars just aligns kind of what you do. This is also about being at the centre of all of that. You see, it's being about at the centre of a community or a team where those results now are seen and they're appreciated, and there's an achievement within that. These rods are all being held up by people that believe in you, they believe in what you do. They believe in the power that you have to make things possible, because they see how hard you work. Now, you could say 10 of Rods to a 6 is a regression, but I actually abide by this. I think this is good for you, because now you're seeing like, look, I do actually have the support I need in order for the work to get done. I do actually have that love and support from the community or from the family. And remember, wreaths as well. Wreaths are all about prosperity. There's a lot of prosperity here for you, but it's also about you being in the limelight. So I think you'll enjoy that bit. Now, in the middle of the week, who's this? Who's this chap? We need to do a bit of clarification on this lad, because there is a Leo or a Sag who's coming in, and do you know what's interesting? He just stops the entire reading. So I'm like, I'm flowing, and he comes in and he just blocks. Like, he's not blocking you, like he doesn't want you to stop, I don't feel, but he wants to stop you in your tracks for some reason. Now this could be an offer for you, because we do have another 6 here, and that is about movement and moving on to something else, maybe something new. And you've got 6s either side, so there's great balance with you, but this person I think may even bring you that balance. Let me have a look. It's got in my head, it's like, oh, he's a feisty one. Oh, he's a feisty one. Let's see. Some guidance for Aries, please. Give me some guidance. What do they need to know about this chap? Also, remember, it's not gender specific. I just say chap because that's the initial illustration, but realistically it could be female too. Oh, there we are. Go. All right. Definitely work. Definitely work and definitely study. Let's pull these two up the side so you get a good look at what's really going on. So this person, okay, they've got the Hermit, they've got the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. My God, this person is a hard worker. So it could be somebody that you work with, or somebody that is self-employed as well, and that sees a lot of potential in you. Now this person was It could be Virgo as well. Or Capricorn. A lot of earth going on here. But they're like very, very feisty. Like I feel like they kind of like fizz, like the zzz, do you know what I mean? They're a little bit bubbly, a little bit. There's a little bit of sparky energy off them. So this person has like this is like it's like a serious worker. This person could be higher up than you, could work with you, or could be offering something, a job for you in their establishment. But I feel like it's the same one. I feel like you know this face. But this particular person is very much someone who has delved deep within themselves, has tried to figure out where their life is going and wanted to find answers to it. But they asked themselves. They didn't go off and ask anyone else, didn't look for a guru, didn't look for a tarot reader. All right, they went into it and did it themselves because they wanted to find out who they are now and how they can be in a world and an environment that they feel comfortable in. Now this person has worked their ass off. Oh my God, has this person worked their ass off? We have the 8 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles, and they're still working. As I'm speaking, they're probably up burning the midnight oil and they're probably working away on something else. The 8 of Pentacles is about, it is about like obtaining a certain amount of wealth in what you do. And remember, wealth can be any disposition whatsoever. We talk about tangible goods and we talk about non-tangible goods as well, okay? So like how your health is your wealth, stuff like that, right? And also money and material goods and whatnot. And the accumulation of that. So the 8 of Pentacles is about accumulating that. And the 9 of Pentacles is about really, we'll talk about the results. 8 of Pentacles is also about seeing the results of that. But 9 of Pentacles is also about seeing it and feeling it and enjoying it as well. I often say that this is, for me, is like the bird of hope. What does white represent? It represents hope and faith and purity. So really everything that you've worked for has been for your greatest good. And it holds all of those things for you. It holds a faith. You have faith in what you do. You have hope that you succeed and that your intentions are good and that they're pure, and all of that has gotten to this point for you. So this is this person. This is really they're interesting chap. I keep saying chap, so it may very well be a man. Now this person is somebody that you may work with that may say, look, I think we should move you into another department or another direction because I feel like this is where you should be, because your talents that I've seen you succeed in, that you've gotten great rewards from, I actually think you'd be more beneficial here. He's very direct, he's very open, not very loud, funnily enough, but he's like, A, B, C. Don't tell me there's D after B, okay? But he's cool and he gets it, and he gets a lot of stuff done. He's somebody that if you want to get something done in any workforce or in any committee or community, he's the person that will sit down and he will get it done. But he doesn't, yes, I'm saying like it's strength because it could be a Leo or a Sag, right? But it's not, the outward personality doesn't always show that. He is more black and white than that, which makes me think he could be more Virgo Capricorn, and you've got Virgo energy completely down here. So interesting. So that's his background, or her, as I say. I feel like it's a he. I do. And so what happens with this person? That they want to move you in this direction. They want to keep you moving, Aries, okay? You don't really feel stuck anymore, which I like. I felt like you were stuck a lot beforehand. You were like, why isn't... Do you remember even before the bi-weeklies, you were like fed up. You were like, why isn't my life moving? I'm so sick of this. Well, look, you obviously had to learn lessons in between. We found that out in your bi-weekly as well. But now things are moving, and they're not just moving slowly, they're moving rapidly, because you got the Chariot and you got the 6 of Swords, and you're traveling and you're moving out. And I feel like you're almost moving away from things. Maybe some of you are like, this just feels over here. Maybe some of you are actually like even just going on holiday. You're like, I need to get away, I need to go overseas. This for me is about moving house as well. So it'd be like house, apartment, or whatever, but it's always about travel. You're moving, you're going in this direction. So this opportunity, or this person may want to carry you in a certain direction with them. And what I'd say to you is go for it. Like straight up go for it. They have your best intentions at heart here. And not only that, you're experiencing an opportunity that you would not have experienced prior. Like, look, they're both side by side here. Like, and plus, you know this, you're ready. So go for it. Aries, really go for it. I felt like every time I was shuffling for your reading prior to recording, because I always do that. I like to focus on the sign. So everything just felt like concise and clear and to the point. And this reading is very much like that. Really, we just wanted to find out who this guy was and what he wanted to do. But he's all business, he's all business, he's all work. Right, darlings, let's check out your love. Remember, 3 cards for this. For your love. Give Aries their love. June the 1st, June the 15th. Aries love. June the 1st, June the 15th. Aries love. June the 1st, June the 15th. That's it. Okay. Hey. Okay. Alright, Aries, so when I said that there's new opportunity coming in for you and that there's movement with this, yes. Yes, you see, Ace of Pentacles. Now, Queen of Cups comes in at the start of your 2-week period. She's beautiful. She really is. She's gorgeous in many ways. She's all about giving off a beautiful watery vibe. She's very fluid. Her speech is quite fluid. She's quite soft. She's quite tender. She is Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. So for me as well, she's very much a card of contentment. There is an ease and a calmness to her as well. Now, does she understand that sometimes life can be very tumultuous, that it can be rapid, that it can be rough like the seas, the emotional seas in which she rules? Absolutely. She's very aware of that. But she comes in here because she wants to remind you of the energy that you can give to someone with regards to love. See, her cup can never empty. It can never empty. It can overflow when she gets very emotional, like how we cry, how we physically we overflow with emotion. Now her cup can do that, but it's never empty. And sometimes it may be low because her reserves are low. You know, she needs time to take care of herself, or she's been hurt in love, and that emotional, beautiful emotional fluid gets smaller, reduces, but it never empties. She's here because she's here to remind you, Aries, of that feminine energy of you that is very soft. Now remember, you're like a masculine sign, and you're a cardinal sign, and you don't take any prisoners. Like, you don't. Which is great in many ways, because people know where they stand with you, and if they don't like it, you don't care. You're like, I don't care. But she's coming in here now because she wants you to remain softer in your love life and your love endeavours and in who you meet. Now, what I said to you before about the Empress and the Chariot being both earth and water and how they complement each other. She is also, as I said, that watery sign. What I'm saying to you is, please embrace more of your feminine energies, okay? Take your time, be softer, be more caring. Like, it sounds funny, hug more. I feel like you need that little bit more affection in your life, Aries, and you're not getting it. And what happens is then we kind of gradually begin to close ourselves off, because we're like, oh, if I'm not getting it. Some people go and look for it then, actively. Hey, Aries don't really do that. You just kind of go, right then, I find them on my own. Don't. That's what I'm saying. Emotionally open up a little bit more Aries, and be, you know, like I said, hug. I don't, that's such, it sounds like such a small thing to do. It's like, why, what, hug people? Yeah. Like the power of a hug is huge. Like it really is. And when you do that, that in itself is an achievement. That in itself is a reward. This is all feminine energy. It's trying to get you into that loving groove that you're kind of not really paying attention to because you've got all this other work stuff and life stuff going on with you. It's not that I don't think you don't want to. I just think you can't. You're like, that's not a priority right now. She's coming in to remind you that you need to make that a priority again on top of everything, alright? Now, in the middle of these 2 weeks, and you've got the Nine of Swords. Some of you may have been involved with a Leo or a Sag in your past love life. The problem with this is that you felt like, and it's weird because like it could be any sign obviously for you. I say that because we've got the Strength card here, which reflects Leo and Sag. Could also be a Scorpio, Pisces or Capricorn for some of you, and maybe for the odd few a Libra. Oh, for a lot of you maybe Libra. Now what came out of this relationship is a lot of mental anguish for a lot of you. But I say that because I know a lot of you took on many responsibilities within that relationship because you didn't feel like your partner, that you didn't feel like you could fully rely on them. Like there was almost a little bit of a laziness to them, and you were like, my God, where is your get up and go? You know, because you've got that like lithium battery or whatever it is that just it's in you. It doesn't, it's like it's a fuel that just never burns out. It's like it's always going. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's what you are. And you're always perplexed by how people don't have that. You're like, why don't you just want to do this? Why don't you want to feel this? And as well, you understand that love takes work, practical work. So you took on a lot of the responsibility in this past love. I just feel like they are so lazy. Aries. I've just completely slowed down on myself. They were just lazy as hell. And you felt like, right, I gotta do this then because I know they're not gonna do it. You want something done, do it yourself. Okay? And look, do you see how you do things, how you take on responsibility, not only is in your work life, in your home life, whatever, but it's the exact way you conduct yourself in your love life. Do you see that? So you need to learn, I keep saying to you, give it back, push it back. And you're going, but it won't get done. Oh, it will. People will learn. And if it doesn't get done, it's on them. So the same way, if people don't invest in a relationship, it's on them. You can't take on that responsibility to keep going because you burn yourself out. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff that do you know what this feels like? You just regret a lot of stuff that happened in this relationship. Like you regret putting in this energy. You regret doing this. And for some reason for you midweek, it must be do you know what it must be? All the responsibility that you have here is reminding you of this relationship in your love life and being like, Jesus, this is just like the way it was before when I had to do this and this with this person. Oh my God. And then that brings you back into the zone of how bad that was. How bad I feel like some of you feel like you let yourself down in love a little bit. And that you wasted your time. For some of you also, this could be 8 or 9 years of a long-term relationship with someone and you feel like you've just wasted your time. And the mental anguish, sometimes swords as well can be fear, but I think it's just like you're just angry. You're like, oh God. So Aries, as I said, like they both reflect how you conduct yourself outside of your love life and how you conduct yourself in your love life they're the same. They're the exact same. So this is important for you to let go of the responsibility, because it will help you also get over your past love. All right. Well, not that you're not over, but it will teach you about how you need to conduct yourself in the future with other loves. But I hate that you're brought back to this, because this is very separate. Like, these two are grand in many ways. This is very separate. So just be careful of this week and how much thought you give to these memories, because I need to go. If some of you are still with this person, like, there is a new opportunity coming in for you in love, and it's tied to this movement. So, I mean, guys, it's really up to you what you want to do, right? It is really up to you. Just, I have to ask you, like, do you want to live this way for the rest of your life? Because let me tell you, this person is not going to change, and they will happily give you all the responsibility. Who wants that? Like, you can handle it. But isn't it nice to know that if you couldn't, for whatever reason, that the other person would take it on board and just take it and not ask questions, right? Just do it. This person's not like that. This person is lazy. I can't stress this enough. This person's so lazy. Anyway, my point being that there is an opportunity coming for you, but the thing is, it's involved within wherever you're traveling in your general reading. So as I spoke about, like, work, or possibly moving premises or moving jobs, it feels like the same, but you're moving forward with it, and it's really, you're doing really well with it. I feel like for some of you, a love opportunity may come in that is with a person that may be slightly older than you, but has a very, very young demeanor, very playful, like yourself, very playful, and they're quite well off. This person feels very singular to me again, like, very on their own, but that they don't have a problem with that. I guess like yourself, really, on your own, but you're like, yeah, whatever, just keep going, get on with it. And they're like that as well, but they're a bit more like kiddish, like childish a little bit. Oh no, childlike, because being childish insinuates that they're immature. They're not immature, they're just really, it's like when you see them and you'll be like, oh god, they're so serious, they're so stuck in the mud, and then you talk to them and it's like they're completely different. There is that love opportunity, but I feel like this might be a new colleague for you that's coming in, or a colleague, or someone within your community or committee that you work quite closely with on different projects or whatever. This is them coming in within, like, this is all together. Do you understand? Like, they're part of all this. They're part of this world, this new world that you're venturing into. Okay. And I keep getting, they're not married. Great. For some of you that were worried, are they married? Are they married? No, I keep getting, they're not married. They're not married. Great. Great. But yes, they are of a wealthy disposition. And some of them could be CEOs or CFOs, but I mean, what a great personality they have. Regardless of star sign, I'm not getting anyone in particular. Ones that may reflect that a bit more, I would say, if I was to be a bit more logical about it, you're looking at Geminis, yeah? And excuse me, maybe Sagittarius as well. But I feel the lightness of a Gemini, chatty, witty, bit of banter back and forth, doesn't mean anything, it's grand, bit of a flirt as well, and then you're off again, But this opportunity, it's coming in for you, it's a very stable opportunity as well, very practical. Could be reflect as well how that person is in many ways. That's how they got to where they are. But this person is involved in, I keep getting colleague, new colleague. So they could be involved in these ventures, all right, that you're moving into. Oh, please, like, I know I'm saying, like, don't stay in this too long. But, like, I don't feel like you will. I just, boom, done, next. I think because you're so busy in your general life that your love life's like, do I get a look in? Can I? And you're like, the minute it gets a look in, brings you back here, and you're like, oh God, my love life. But luckily enough for you, you get distracted with work, and that's where that new love opportunity comes in. Because let's face it, Aries, you need someone that's a bit more on your level. This person doesn't feel like they're on your level. And I don't even mean like by class distinction or societal distinction. I mean that vibrationally, you want someone that keep getting tickles your fancies, you know what I mean? And that's not even being rude. That's just like they're just fun, and it's quick, and it's, you get to laugh and smile again. I don't feel like you do this a lot in the current relationship that you're in. I don't feel like you do that with this person. Or if you're single, I don't feel like it happened with this person. Yes? But know that this is coming for you. And this is big. And it's also giving you a new beginning on love. It's giving you a fresh start and a new chapter in love. So why wouldn't you take it? You're doing great in your general life. Hey, might as well throw in the love life too. Oh my God, I knew this would be like just easy breezy for you. The Leo's reading took like an extra 10, 13 minutes. And I was like, I need to stop talking. But no, I don't need to do it use. Bullet point form, boom, get it done. That's the way you live, and I like that. Aries, sorry if this is a bit shorter than the other ones, but like your messages were just clear cut. Like yourself. Well, my lovelies, this has been your dual reading, your bi-weekly reading for the 1st of June to the 15th of June 2017. This is your general and your love reading. If you dig what I do, please like and subscribe and leave a comment and share and do all those other wonderful things that YouTubers say. And remember, I do personal private readings as well, because I'm actually so backed up with footage, because I do provide Skype and footage readings for the rest of June and July. I'll only be doing Skype readings. So if you would like to find out my availability and the prices and my services that I provide, email me. My email is below this video, and you can email me directly and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, Aries, do it. What work? You have fantastic first 2 weeks in June. And I will see you beautiful Rams, beautiful Aries, in the mid-June time for your next bi-weekly reading. You have a fantastic time, Aries. Look, go somewhere sunny, get yourself a cocktail, put on your shades and enjoy life, right? Sounds good? Yes, do that. Bye, Aries. Have a wonderful 2 weeks, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.